Greetings, everyone, and a warm welcome to Meditations for the Soul. Our weekly meditations are intended to illumine the true nature of the soul, the higher self, and to share the wisdom of enlightened beings in the realm of souls who are guiding us through the transition to a new era. We invite you to join us in deepening the love and wisdom of the collective group soul. Our program will last about 30 minutes. Words from spiritual elders. The life of the planetary Logos, the God of planet Earth, is forging a clear and unambiguous path into a more subtle realm where the next phase of evolution will unfold. The choice for humanity is to align with its trajectory or to ignore it. For those who sense that they stand at the edge of a cliff, there is a choice between falling into the abyss or jumping across it in faith. To step forward is to trust the existence of a higher world. Retreat is not possible as the present system of material values has become destructive of life and is counter to the flow of evolution. Let us begin a guided meditation.
Humanity is at a crossroads. We are witnessing today a parting of the ways between individuals who are drawn to the incoming light and those who resist it. The choice is to continue in the cycle of material illusion or to pursue higher levels of consciousness. One path involves digging dark tunnels into the deepest recesses of the planet to secure resources for our current lifestyle. The other path involves working with light to create internal pathways to the center of all light, where the goal of uplifting, with the goal of uplifting the planet. Despite the ongoing misuse of material resources by those unaware of the stakes, many people are now being drawn toward the consciousness of the Aquarian age with greater clarity and purpose. During this transition into the new era, it is becoming more evident that there is nowhere to go but within the human soul. The goal of the divine plan, formulated by those in the spiritual realm, is for mankind to recognize higher realities and adjust accordingly. It is crucial that we do not compromise spiritual values for an illusory sense of material security. By choosing the path of enlightenment, we ensure our safety and well-being. As we navigate through this period of increasing global suffering, we encounter choice points along the way. But the central choice, aligned with the plan of evolution, calls for humanity to recognize a higher plane and a higher power. When we are awake to these realities, we begin to see the path ahead with more clarity. Earth is destined to become a planet within our solar system, a destiny that requires human awareness and sensitivity to subtle energies and higher forces. This is the direction of evolution toward which awakening souls are being called. Holding these key thoughts in mind, let us meditate together for a few minutes. The physical world on the outer plane of Earth has become increasingly uninhabitable for the human and lower kingdoms. To choose the path leading to the higher way is to prepare for a vertical leap in consciousness. To make the leap requires courage and faith in a new reality that is just sensed but remains unseen. The good news is that the stirring of higher awareness is already preparing the way for the shift into soul identity, which will bring humanity into closer contact with the spiritual kingdom. The path into the new era requires removing illusions and glamours that block the soul's light and hide the unity of all life. Recognition of the higher path comes through the soul's light, whose nature transcends division and separation. The following words from spiritual elders can provide some insight into how we build relationships with them. Quote, "We recognize those who are aligned with the course of evolution by means of an observable light in the head. This light in the head falls along a color spectrum based upon achieved levels of consciousness. The emissions that attract our attention are those of a pure white or yellow-white light. Energy emissions from the brow chakra differ from those of the crown chakra. Light issuing from the brow interpenetrates the world of form, whereas the crown chakra concentrates the inner light that bridges into the formless realms. The latter is a glow rather than a radiation. As an individual with whom we can communicate emits a steadily increasing brightness in and around the head that attracts our attention until the point of readiness to enter into conscious relationship. That is the main difference between the two lights in the head. The outgoing light directed into the world, and the inner radiance indicating that an individual may be approached by us in co-creative work for the new earth. There is no randomness in the realm of higher consciousness. When it comes to the soul's identity, there are two choices: to be part of the evolutionary flow or resist it. To enter the flow requires perceptions and disciplines that serve to raise vibrational frequency. The most useful practices result in increasing sensitivity to life in all its forms, and the perception that a higher force is directing the course of evolution toward life-enhancing ends." End quote. Let us take a few minutes to reflect on these words of encouragement. Few individuals are able to consciously confront the reality that the only world they've known is dying. But this death is nonetheless impacting the unconscious mind in ways that are increasingly positive. The death of the old world is liberating the human spirit. For those who can hear the inner voice of the soul, this realization is becoming a force for liberation from all that keeps the soul bound by old beliefs, values, and systems that no longer serve. This awakening is fueling the courage to stand in truth and the willingness to stand for truth. We are told that the stakes are very high for humanity at this time, a time unlike any previous period in history, as the field of consciousness shifts to a frequency of greater refinement. The coming age is the age of spirit. Human destiny depends on developing the potential lodged within the human spirit. As we navigate these times, it's important to recognize that the current waves of planetary destruction are fostering the liberation of the human spirit in preparation for the shift. All things are moving in concert with the divine plan of evolution. To enter the new earth is to recognize the fact that life is an uninterrupted whole, and our role is to strive to manifest the essential unity of life. Those who have the requisite light will readily find the higher way of evolution. We are assured that there is much to look forward to in the new era, and much that will amaze us in the new world. Let us fall still in deep meditation for a few minutes, opening our hearts and minds to the new revelations pouring into the earth.
As we return to outer awareness, we give thanks to everyone for being part of this gathering. Meditations for the soul are offered every Wednesday, Thursday in the Asia Pacific, at the same time. For information on the Italian meditation, visit our Italian website at it.atreeoflight.org. Information about the French meditation, visit our French website at fr.atreeoflight.org. You can contribute to the awakening of the human soul by inviting others within your spiritual networks to participate in these meditations. Invitations can be downloaded from the community page of the website. Let us rest in the joy of the soul as we end with music. Our gathering will now close.